It's the then versus now challenge! 3!
Welcome back, fans.
Today is the last first round race in Group 2.
And if you've missed our last races and you're just tuning in for the first time, here's a super quick recap. When we were accepting drivers for this tournament, we ended up with way too many drivers, but luckily 2 members of Team Now generously offered to race 2 members of Team Then at once.
Ha! Only if by generously you mean conceitedly.
Did you say coincidentally, Barry? Because it is a coincidence that all the drivers today happen to be from France and they're all driving French cars. So let's meet them. Up first for Team Now, it's the 2022 Renault Megane, and it's driven by Andre Marchand from his hometown of Toulouse, France. And it says here that Andre is a chef in a Michelin-rated restaurant. Wait, the tire company rates restaurants?
Forget it, Al. We don't have enough time to get into that. Look it up on your lunch break. Moving on. Up first for Team Then is Marie-Claire Duchamp in the never-before-seen on American roads 1994 Renault Twingo. And Miss Duchamp works as a stylist in her famous hometown of Le Mans, France. And her Team Then partner is another lovely lady from Paris, France. It's a photographer named Sylvie Lalonde. And Sylvie is driving this immaculate 1980 Renault 5TL LeCar. Now, let's all get this race started, s'il vous plaît. Here we are at the guillotine gate for Heat 1.
Wow, I gotta say it again, Barry. I just love seeing 3 cars lined up at the gate. How about you, fans? Drop us a comment if you want to see more than 2 cars racing at a time.
In lane 1, we have Miss Sylvie Lalonde in the LeCar. And 1 lane over in lane 2 is her teammate, Miss Duchamp in the Twingo. And finally, in lane 3, it's Mr. Mr. Andre Marchand.
Not funny, Barry. Good luck, ladies. And even gooder luck, Andre.
3, 2, 1, go! Allons-y! Andre flips!
Twingo flips too!
The march is over for Marchand!
2 ladies tumbling. No, wait, Sylvia's out!
Twingo in reverse, across the line!
And into our power cables!
That was a lot, Al. Let's analyze it for the fans in the replay. For eagle-eyed fans who are keeping score at home, this makes 4 consecutive lost heats for the blowhards of Team Now.
Slow it down, Barry. This was only Heat 1. I'm sure being from France, Andre is just not used to driving on the left side of the road.
That's not France. That's UK.
What do you mean I'm okay? Of course I'm okay.
No, not you, okay? UK, as in England. Oh, never mind. But who was definitely not okay was Andre Marchand in the bottleneck. He tried to block both ladies, but that was just a little more than that chef could chew, and he ended up going on his side.
But his block was enough to get the Twingo on its roof, and the LeCar spun around in reverse.
However, regrettably, it was not enough to get himself past the turn, and he grinds to a halt in Carmine Corner. Meanwhile, both ladies successfully make it over the jump in Clunker Canyon, and Miss Duchamp even gets her car back on its wheels. Unfortunately, Ms. Lalonde can't do the same, and she too grinds to a halt.
And it appears grinding to a halt was the last thing on Miss Duchamp's mind, because she goes ripping across the line, into the tires, and hits the power line to our electric generator and scrambles the signal for a split second.
Why is that generator even parked on the track?
Oh, we're going green here at Scrapyard Diecast Racing, Barry. You see, our camera batteries kept running out during filming, so I had to keep multiple batteries ready and charge them, and that wastes a lot of electricity. So I thought, why don't I go green and create my own electricity? That way I could keep the cameras plugged in all the time. So I got us this giant diesel generator.
I really don't think that's how going green works, Al. But who did go green was Miss Duchamp on our scorecard with that nice, big, green check mark for her Heat 1 win. Here we are at the guillotine gate for Heat 2. Andre Marchand in the pole position looking for a win to get in the game. One lane over to the right with one win already in her purse. The stylist, Marine Duchamp, is looking to end Team Now's chances right here. And in lane 3, it's Miss Lalonde, also looking to get on the scorecard for a win of her own, or to block Andre and help Miss Duchamp lock it all up.
Hey, slow it down, Mr. Team Then Captain. We haven't even gotten to the countdown yet.
And we never will if you don't hit the button.
Oh yeah, sorry.
3, 2, 1, go!
They're off!
LeCar flips! Twingo flips!
Andre on her bumper!
Twingo on its wheels! Twingo across the line! Andre can't make the pass! What an amazing heat! Let's break it all down in the replay. And for the fans who are keeping score, this makes 5 consecutive lost heats for Team Now.
Yeah, I get it. It looked like something was gonna happen because both members of Team Then try to avoid Andre's Megane coming down Nevada. And the ladies of Team Then getting all bunched up actually resulted in the LeCar flipping over in the bottleneck. And that gave Andre Marchand an opportunity to pass Miss Lalonde and take second.
But Miss Duchamp was going to do all she could to keep Andre in second. Look how she expertly bounces on her roof and uses the clunkers to not only get her car back on its wheels, but point it in the right direction as well. And while trying to prevent Miss Lalonde from regaining second place, Andre cuts in front of her a little too hard and goes violently into the clunkers, and that causes him to flip his way into the boulevard. And even though he skillfully is able to get the Megane back on its wheels, it's too little too late, because by the time he does, the Twingo was already well across the line.
Well, I guess if we're giving credit where it's due, Miss Lalonde did make it all the way to the boulevard, even though her car flipped all the way back in the bottleneck.
And one last credit to be given is to Marie-Claire Duchamp, who just scored her second win in a row. It's the final heat. Andre Marchand once again in the pole position, looking to get at least one win on the scorecard to avoid Team Now's second multi-car shutout. One lane over to the right is Miss Lalonde, also looking to get on the scorecard, or at the very least get across the line on her wheels. And in lane 3, with the race already won, Marie-Claire Duchamp is looking to repeat Gary Campbell's Group 1 Race 8 performance, and also deliver a multi-car shutout for Team Then.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Let's just get to the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go! Let's go! LeCar flips! Marchand can't get around! Twingo takes off! Marchand is nowhere! Twingo flies across the line!
And literally flies back over it!
This one is over. One last replay. Fans who are keeping score at home.
Yeah, we know. 6 consecutive heat losses for Team Now.
Not only that, but also the second total shutout.
I thought we were supposed to be talking about this heat.
Fine, Al. We can analyze now and celebrate later, because Miss Lalonde was definitely not celebrating in the LeCar, having flipped for the 3rd time in this race. But that flip inadvertently turns into an excellent block because she sends Andre's Megane into a turbulent spin, and that killed his momentum, which doesn't even leave him with enough speed to get to the ramp. Yet someone who had more than enough momentum was Miss Duchamp. She flies over the jump like a stunt woman in an action movie. Let's see it again. Wow! Amazing! And again, while still on her roof, Miss Lalonde impressively makes it through Clunker Canyon without hitting a thing. And knowing she had this heat and race all won, Miss Duchamp takes a risky chance and celebrates a little early by hitting the handbrake and drifting across the line.
And it looks like she not only wanted to shut out the race, but also shut out our free electricity, because it looked like she was flying directly at our new power generator. Luckily, the metal barrier held her in place and flipped her over.
Or perhaps she was showing team solidarity and wanted to end the race exactly like her partner, Miss Sylvie Lalonde, who once again was able to roof slide herself all the way to the boulevard. And while she started celebrating once she pulled a handbrake, with her third win in a row, Miss Duchamp is clearly today's winner and has delivered a second shutout for Team Then in these multi-car races. While Ms. Lalonde in her LeCar couldn't get across the line, she did a marvelous job running interference to secure her teammates' win.
But look at this! She had her camera in the car and got some great upside-down photos during the race.
Well, someone who didn't have a great time during the race was Andre Marchand. This chef just proved the only thing you could cook up with a huge ego is a recipe for disaster. But did Andre ever even really stand a chance? I mean, Marie Claire is from Le Mans, famous for its racing, and her last name literally has champ in it. Was this performance foreshadowing for the rest of the tournament? Can Marie Claire win it all?
Take it down a gear, Barry. While she did score the last open spot in the quarterfinals, she's still got a long way to go before she could start thinking about winning the whole tournament.
You're right, Al. This race does bring round one to a close. And the next time you see us will be for the quarterfinals, where we'll be making some big changes to the track and the rules to raise the excitement.
And thank you all for watching, and make sure you comment, like, and share this video. But most importantly, subscribe to our channel so you never miss a race. But in the meanwhile, be sure to check out our playlist to catch up on all our other tournaments and events. And if that's still not enough Scrapyard Diecast racing action for you, go check out our Shorts channel and subscribe.
It's the Then versus Now challenge. 3,